You ever look at a site like AliExpress and just wonder, how? I mean, how are these massive online marketplaces even built? It seems like this huge, impossible project. But what if I told you there's a shortcut? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can build your own e-commerce empire. And yeah, we'll reveal the top AliExpress clones for 2025 that can get you there way faster than you might think.
So the dream is to build the next global e-commerce powerhouse, right? A platform buzzing with thousands of vendors, millions of products. It's a huge ambition and for a really good reason. But let's be real for a second. The path to building something like that from absolute scratch is, well, it's incredibly long and it's going to cost a fortune.
But what if you didn't have to start from square one? What if you could get the entire core functionality of a giant marketplace without burning through years of your life and all your cash on development? That's exactly where these clone scripts come into play.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with the shortcut itself. Then we'll define what we even mean by a clone. After that, we dive into what I think is the most important part, choosing the right foundation. Then we'll size up the top contenders for 2025. And yeah, at the end, we're going to name a winner.
Okay, but before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just start with the basics. First things first, what exactly is a clone script? Let's get on the same page.
So an AliExpress clone script is basically a ready-made software solution. You can think of it like the complete blueprint for a multi-vendor marketplace. Now the key here is that it's designed to replicate the functional structure of AliExpress. That means all the complicated stuff like vendor dashboards, commission systems, and international payment gateways, it's already built, it's ready to go right out of the box. And who are these for? Well, they're pretty much perfect for launching a standard business-to-consumer marketplace, or even something a little more complex like a B2B2C platform, where a business sells to another business who then sells to the customer. They're also the ideal starting point for cross-border platforms or these really intricate dropshipping ecosystems. It's an incredibly versatile foundation.
Okay, now for what is, in my opinion, the most critical part of this entire explainer, choosing the right foundation. This is all about learning how to see past a flashy design and spot the real, lasting value that's hidden underneath.
And this slide right here really gets to the heart of it. It's so easy to get distracted by a slick user interface that looks exactly like the real thing. But the true value of one of these scripts, it's always in its engine. A stable, powerful backend, and really smooth, intuitive vendor operations, that is the real foundation of a business that can actually grow and scale.
So how do you find that solid engine? Here are 5 key things you've got to look for. First, check the vendor workflows. Are they easy to use? Because look, if your sellers can't easily manage the products, your marketplace is dead on arrival. Second, you have to test the commission logic. Can you actually run your business model on it? Third, verify the order automation. Does the whole system run from purchase to fulfillment without you having to do it all by hand? Fourth, confirm it supports international currencies and languages. And last, but definitely not least, assess its customization flexibility. Can you actually grow and adapt this thing, or are you going to hit a technical wall in a year?
All right, so with that checklist in our back pocket, let's move on. It's time to take a look at the top contenders for 2025 and see who's really leading the pack right now. So here's a quick snapshot of 7 of the top players. You've got Zipprr, which is really built for scalable growth. Then you have Cron24, which is designed to get you launched fast with a ton of features included. Oyelabs is your go-to for a mobile-first strategy. And you can see how they all have their own specialty, right? From Triangle's focus on structured governance, all the way down to Omninos, which is great for startups on a tighter budget. Each one has its clear pros and cons.
And this right here brilliantly illustrates the core trade-off you're almost certainly going to face. It's the classic dilemma, speed versus scale. Do you go with something like Cron24, which gets you to market super fast with a huge list of features already baked in, or do you choose a platform like Zipprr, which has cleaner, more robust code that's just better engineered for long-term growth and customization down the road? It's a tough call, and honestly, the right answer depends completely on your vision.
Now, if we look at what actual users are saying, the ratings tell a pretty clear story. The majority of these solutions, 5 out of the 7, land in that good to great category, scoring a 4.0 or higher. So what does that tell us? It tells us the market is pretty mature, but it also shows there are definite differences in quality out there that you really need to be aware of.
And that brings us to our final section. After we've gone through the criteria, after we've sized up the contenders, it's time to ask, so who's the winner? Let's break down what we think is the most balanced choice for building a marketplace that's ready for the future.
Based on that balanced evaluation, looking at code quality, at scalability, at operational clarity, the whole package, the most well-rounded solution we've found is Zipprr.
Yeah, after looking at everything, Zipprr really stands out as our top pick for the best all-around AliExpress clone.
So why Zipprr? Well, it comes right back to that 5-point checklist we talked about. Its vendor workflows are clean, they're intuitive. Its back-end code gives you incredible flexibility for customization without becoming unstable. It just nails that balance between having enough features to get started, but not so many that it compromises the quality of its foundation. It's built for evolution. This isn't just for a quick launch, this is for a serious, scalable, long-term business.
But here's the crucial point. While we picked a winner based on balance, there is no single best choice for every single person. The right script for you depends entirely on your specific vision and your business goals.
And that leaves us with the one question you really need to answer for yourself. Are you building for a quick launch just to test an idea? Or are you trying to lay the foundation for a long-term empire? Your answer to that single question, well, that's going to tell you everything you need to know.